I really don't want to keep you guys from doing what you do, but I appreciate what you guys do.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of work you guys do, like every little thing.
Yeah, not a problem.
But it's like
Hector, right?
kinda in a way, but he's not around. I figured hope maybe you could relay a message to him.
Sure. He'll be back about 1:30, but yeah.
That's any time then. I can just hang out.
Yeah, he didn't get back until like 18 or 20 minutes or so. Yeah, it's almost that time now. So yeah, as soon as you see the white truck, his white truck over here, he'll be here. We'll be in the back digging, so.
Right.
Yeah, just come on by.
Because we party until 3 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah. Nah, I don't.
Until we're too drunk and then we get carried in our place.
Yeah.
After the Harleys leave at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, something like that. Fire an ice one, I guess, huh?
Well, I wouldn't imagine that's respectful to the neighbors.
Oh, yeah, I hear you there. Yeah. I used to ride years ago. But
I ride this. I might put a motor on this.
yeah, they have them.
Which brings me to the question, is there a noise limit at certain times?
10 o'clock, the law.
Right.
Yeah, 7 to 10.
So the neighbors that are partying at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, yeah.
You guys know about that, right?
Which one?
Well, that's what I'm trying to get to.
No, this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I got night vision.
Oh yeah.
On my thing. Cameras.
Yeah.
And I can notice. I can pick up a lot with that night vision.
Oh yeah.
Like whoever's like putting the sheets up, and they're in there, they're lighting a lot of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Or they're doing something else.
And they're smoking something else, yeah.
Right, because usually you don't light a cigarette once every 30 seconds and pass it to someone else who lights it.
Oh, right. And now they passed that law where it's not really nothing we can do. Well, from what we understand, as long as they're in their home, there's nothing we can do about it.
Right, but if they're out on their porch.
But if they're outside, then we can.
And they're on video, that video might be worth something.
Yeah.
Before we get too crazy and think that that's like, because what happens is people don't realize.
Yeah.
Especially if you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning anyway.
Yeah, I used to do that when I was younger, but not.
Right, well that's what I'm getting at. And I'm like, well, the next thing is, then they're going to run out of money or job or whatever, and then they're going to come looking for my stuff to go pawn to support their habit.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the next move, or
I
whatever.
Notice a lot of pawn shops shut down.
A lot of them shut down because they just can't. Everything's stolen, and they can't do nothing with it.
Get ahead. Yeah.
There's like almost nobody left bringing legitimate stuff to the pawn shop. So pawn shop's like, hey, I'm out of this.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Or they're just
one up here turned into a dispensary. Osuna. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I talked to him. He was gonna shut down in January.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what do you got? You know, I'm like, I need some tools. You know, what do you got cheap? You know.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like anything else. Yeah. But I'm also, you know, it's like the weeds along my thing. My neighbors got those growing there.
Oh yeah, the trailer right here on the left, right?
The next one beside me.
Yeah.
They got a tree growing up through there.
Yeah. I saw that today. This morning when I went there.
Well, it's been there for a while,
Yeah.
and they can't get out there. It's like that sliver of whatever that's theirs.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I could cut that,
Yeah. And then,
but I don't know if I really want to cut that because I caught the guy, like when I first moved in at 2 o'clock in the morning walking his dog in my yard.
oh,
So I'm like, okay,
wow. Yeah, that's not good.
that's not a good way to start off.
Yeah,
Because he didn't know I moved in. I don't have a vehicle.
Oh, I see.
I also had a bunch of homeless people show up thinking that it's under construction or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, well, when they left, they were like, I was told when they got caught, like they didn't come in,
Yeah.
but they were getting ready to.
Oh.
And once I'd made some noise and stuff, they were all pissed, like, you told me no one was there and
Yeah.
all this. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
I've never seen them before. And they brought shopping carts and everything. So they
wow.
were tipped off, like they were looking for a big score.
Yeah.
And I also had a lady show up in the middle of the night, looking around, poking her face in, like actually at my trailer, poking her face in.
I wonder if these are people that came when you weren't there, when it wasn't.
There were people that were living in there from when I was remodeling it.
Oh, wow.
Like you could tell that someone had lived there because they had like a light
Uh-huh.
that was on a battery.
Yeah.
So maybe they were coming back, but she basically, I said, she was looking around, and I catch her looking around,
Yeah.
and I'm like, can I help you? Oh, is this for rent and all this? And I'm like, no, it's not for rent. And if anything that's for rent, you got to talk to the office,
Yeah.
probably during business hours, not 11
Is this
o'clock.
a redheaded girl?
She's kind of tall,
Well, red
skinny.
hair?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
It was dark.
Yeah, 'cause
Could have been.
I've kicking her out of here numerous times. She's not supposed to be in here.
That sounds about like the right one.
Her
and it's
her grandpa lives here. In that first house.
I've seen her hanging around too a couple
Oh,
times. Then I
okay.
haven't seen her for a while.
Yeah. As she comes and goes.
And I'm like, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
If I'm looking for a place to rent, I'm sure not going to go around at 11 o'clock at night prowling around because I leave my place wide open
Yeah.
because I'm painting and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and I just want to air it all out.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to put my ACs and stuff in,
Yeah.
but I don't want to put an AC in and then have pull drywall dust and everything else through it.
True. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. I just want to make sure that like everything's like, because I'm getting ready to move in here.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to be like, okay, now I'm moving out
Oh, yeah.
over evictions and stuff. I want to know how serious all this is.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Well, Hector's the guy you need to talk to. He'll.
Right. Well, I
he'll
want to
give
let
you
him
all-
know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't want to be one of those neighbors that's like snitching on everybody either.
Yeah. Right.
But I also want to be treated fair.
Yeah.
So if we got an issue or something,
Yeah.
we can all work it out.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, definitely. Why, man, it's yours.
it's nightmarish type stuff. I'm glad we got another water well.
Yeah, we're getting a new one. We're getting it in.
My water's clear.
Yeah.
It's been clearer.
Nice.
I was getting just mud through it.
Yeah, it might have been that picture. I don't know.
No, it couldn't have been.
Yeah.
It wouldn't create that much dirt coming through it and just vibrating and jumping and all that.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm thinking that if your water's running out, you're pulling sediment, or you're getting close to the bottom of the water table,
Oh, yeah.
and you're gonna pull all kinds of stuff up out of there.
I think these guys went 140 feet.
There's one drilling over here too.
Oh, there is. Oh, wow.
Like if I drew a straight line,
Right across from you?
it's like new well, new well, new well, new well, new well, all the way across town.
Yeah. Wow.
So everybody's having that same issue.
Mm.
And the more people are on it, the more,
Well, they hit water here at 40 feet.
right, but not good water.
Yeah. So they went 200 more feet. So,
Sounds about right.
yeah.
And then you keep on going, you'll hit gas at like 3,500 feet.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
And then we could shut this down and turn it
Now,
into...
they say in the mountains that they go 400 or 500 feet or something like that, depending on where you're at. If
Well,
you're up on top of the mountain?
Right.
Yeah. That's what somebody told me. I just said, God dang, that's a long way, man. 400 feet, 500 feet?
Not really. It depends on what you're going through.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I've seen it where people on the islands had wells, freshwater wells that were 40 feet, and the water's 60 feet deep. So how does fresh water come above the salt water?
Yeah, true.
But it's just how it works.
Now we went 2 feet back here, and the rest of the way is nothing but sand. So it's nice and smooth.
Right.
Yeah.
This was probably all underwater Rio Grande. You know,
This
1,000
used to be
years
a
ago.
wheat field, is what I was told. The whole 10 acres.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before they put a trailer court in it.
I noticed they got all these agricultural whatever ditches and stuff. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
at
yeah.
one time was farmland.
Right. Now the farmers that are still living here have a right to use them. Now Rick does too. He has a few openings, but we never ever use it.
Right.
Yeah, we got our own. So, but this guy, the guy I was talking about, he used to raise goats and stuff, and he would flood his whole area out so the weeds would come.
Right.
That's what the goats ate.
They don't mind getting that water high either.
No, they don't. I noticed the one in the back's more higher than the one in the front.
Right. It's like above the level. So if anything ever happened to that,
Yeah.
or if
This
they had
one
a
in
flash
the front's
flood.
more commercial, where this is residential houses back behind.
Oh, okay.
I do know, like on the other side, there's a couple more trailer courts.
It's all trailers, like straight down.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I figured that was all. This was all one trailer park at one time.
This is 10 acres. From there to you to the third row.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll let Hector know.
Yeah, just let him know. I'll be at my place all day.
Okay.
Thank you. Just noticed it today.